Good morning. Morning, Christina. And who else is here this morning? Have I missed? Okay. Good morning, honey. Are you the first one in this morning? Oh, no. Hi, Kathy. I've got my cup of coffee too, honey. I slept hard. I didn't go to bed till about 3 o'clock, and boy, I look a mess this morning. I look a mess this morning. Hi, Jane. How are you, honey? This is pajama crafting time. Oh, honey, I'm doing pretty good. I just got up. About strangled myself on my oxygen cord this morning, but I'm okay. I put chins in the corner this morning to see if we could start some buffering. I hope we can. Oh man, I tell you what, that's scary. Wake up, you got it around your neck and under your arm and under a pillow and I don't know what all. It was just tangled up like crazy. I was jerking on it, trying to get it to come loose. I was just tightening the noose. I know. I know I was all over that bed last night. All over that bed. First thing I'm going to have to do this morning is spray these papers because I done some work last night and got some things ready to start this morning. And I stamped on them. And the stamp is not gluing on them. So, not gluing. The stamp is not set on them. The ink. So I'm going to have to spray them with some sealer before I cut them and use them. When I spray them, I'm going to have to put on an ugly looking mask because I can't stand the smell of that stuff. Good morning, Belle. What's the matter? What? What is... You're bleeding?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Oh my gosh, you scratched a sore. Oh, you'll be okay. You'll be okay. You're a big girl. You'll be okay. Oh, that doesn't burn. Well, get that napkin right there then. It won't burn. You'll have to go home to Band-Aid. I don't have one. Well, I don't either. So you have to get some tissue and just hold some tissue on it. And sweetheart, listen to me. Mommy had to work. Listen to me. Get some tissue and put it on it and hold it, and then don't be scratching your sores. Good morning. Good morning, world. This is my world first thing in the morning. kids and food and I thought I was going to be over that one of these days, but you know what? I'm not, and it's okay because I kind of like it. I don't know how many we'll have in this morning, it being Memorial Day. That's all right. We'll make it. I've set out some things to try. Uh, I know, I know. She thinks so. She thinks so, Kathy. Oh, I watched you, Kathy, yesterday, and your 100 things challenge that you're doing. And you're moving right along on that. But I loved your little journal that you put together with the old papers in it and the old book cover. That was really neat. And I liked your other one too with all the pockets and stuff. I've never seen one made just exactly like that. It was fun to watch. Well, that's the reason I'm sitting up here, baby. Same way. I need to be down at the cemetery, have no flowers. I'm just not going to go. And I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to enjoy this morning. And I've got a flat tire on my car. can't go if I wanted to because can't change tire anymore. Don't even know if I've got a spare. They've made it so hard to change tires that, I used to be able to take one off, put one on, but I can't do it anymore. I don't have the strength, for one thing. And my kids are too busy with their lives to come around, and my kid, I should say, because, of course, Tom's here all the time. But he's a newlywed, so, right now, the priority is not here. And I can't blame him for that. I can't blame him for that. And she's a beautiful woman, and she's such a sweetheart. And, they do have a life. They do try to have a life, and he's a lot like my husband was, workaholic. Doesn't know when to stop. So, when they get spare time, they spend it together. So, it's, I worked on some papers last night. This is my deli paper with some stamping on it. And here's one with some doodles on it. You really can't hardly see it, but maybe at that angle. I can see it in the camera anyway. Yeah. And then I just done one with stamping because I finally have stencils to stamp with. And, hey, Tanya, how are you? So I done this just to play. And this one dried because it didn't have any background stuff on it. And then I probably got it on the, well, I don't know. It looks like it's on the slick side. But it's there. It's staying on. I love that little butterfly. Or not butterfly, but hummingbird. That's what I'm trying to say. So, but this one has got to have some spray on it because it's just not set. So I'm going to do that real quick so I can get that smell out of here. I think it's going to make pretty flowers. I need some sealer that's not in a spray can. Don't want my glasses glittered. This got a little glitter in it, so I forgot to put my mask on. Too late now. Too late now. Hey, Joy, how are you? Whew, that stuff is strong. I hope I got it all the way across. But it's going to give it a little frosted look. Tanya, what time is it there, honey? Well, we're here. We're here, babe. And that's a good thing. It's Monday evening. Yeah. Well, it's a little later in the morning here than I usually go on. But I stayed up till 3 o'clock last night watching videos. But I slept yesterday afternoon. Ooh. Wow, it is late for you. Yes, I did, honey. I cut my hair and cut it off for the summer. I couldn't stand that in my eyes anymore. I had to get rid of it. I've worn it like that for quite a while. I thought I'm done with this. In Australia, I think. I'm pretty sure. Have any of you girls tried any of this? It's a powder and it makes a mess when you try to use it. Silly container. Just shake it good before you use it. I like to do that. My purple turned out beautiful. And I really like the purple. It just turned out pretty. And the green, yeah, it turned out beautiful too. And this I just wrote over with my marking pen. And I just sprayed and I resprayed even because I wanted to let, you know, I sprayed it on both sides just because I could. I love that you can still see through it. You know, that it still has some shine through it. And so anyway, that's what we're going to make some. That's what I want to do. And then I did this one. I showed the girls a minute ago, but I did this one with my stamps. And I'm having fun. I hadn't took those stamps out of the use with poly, what tool? What was that? What was that, honey? I missed that. Neat clear nail polish. Okay, that's cool. What silic tool? Silic. What's that? Yeah, that's a big word. I don't know what it is. Okay, I'm to the bottom. I didn't have to go. Polyacrylic. Okay. Okay. Dollar Store ink markers. Yeah, that's, I use Crayola, anything I've got. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. You're talking about some acrylic sealer type stuff that you can spray on. Mop and Glow? I've heard people using Mop and Glow and putting the powder in it and making glitter spray. Okay, that sounds good. Because I'd like to see it. I'm wanting to, spread out in my books. I've done some painting on them, and I've done some the the paste on them, and I'm wanting to spread out into a different, not just have them in the same way that they've been. Okay. Well, I just glittered this one so that it would seal that ink I put on it in, and it's still got a piece or two that needs to be sprayed. And I've got these up, but the first thing we're going to do is make one. I need to watch your video, honey. I will do that after I get off of here. I've been trying to get into everybody's streams and watch. I'm just going down my subscription list and checking everybody out. I need to be making my journal. Hi, Anita. I need to be making mine. I've let it go, and I went in and pulled my files out that I had taken in the other room. This is my books in progress. I need to be working, but I just am not in the mood. This is Lori's journal that I'm supposed to be working on, and I've got a lot of it done, and I just really need to sit down and get it done. This is just junk journal stuff that I've put in. Nothing really important. That can wait. This one is Black Swan, I believe is what the papers were called. And it's the first time I ever bought a kit. This one is one of my own making. This is going to be the cover of my book if I get it done. A little gun. This is Bonnie and Clyde's car that was shot up. And I've got a whole thing researched out, pictures of them, and yeah, it's I want to do one on Bonnie and Clyde bad. So I've got all the research done. I just don't have the oof to get it done. But it's going to go on a big book. So anyway, I'm going to get some paper out. I've got a stack of paper here. And I'm going to show you how I inked this stuff up last night. I'm sure you've all seen it before, but, you know, it was my first time, so I'm kind of wanting to play a little more this morning. And okay, what are you going to do this morning, honey? Yeah, I know. You have to focus on them. And it's really hard. when it's so hot and I want to be outside. So I may start going on in the early afternoons, girls, because I want to have my outside time, and my outside time is morning, or I get too hot. And I think that'd help me some because by the time afternoon rolls around, I'm just done. And excuse me, it'd give me something to do.
Mom, I gotta get me a root beer to drink, Mom.
Tim Holtz journal, yeah. Huh? Later, Tom. I'll do it later. I'm online right now. I'm online right now, Tom.
Root beer to drink, Mom.
Yes, you can. I am too. I love to make them, and I'm ready. I am ready. I've got one right now that I want to make, and but I've got Lori's going, and I don't want to do it until I do Lori's. But you know, I think it might help my juices flow a little more on Lori's if I just got them out and done it. Hi, Vicky. I don't think it's morning for Vicky either. I think she's up late at night. I picked, but I picked well on my wrenches. I'm telling you, I did. Even if they are up late. Well, that's what I'm saying is I think I need to keep that ready. You're ready for anybody that comes in here. You've got your wrench. And it's 11:48 p.m. where she's at. She got late for me. Bless her heart. Vicky, I had to wear on the other side of the world when I punch and am making you stay up this late. Especially when I come on late. Well, you asked for one, so I just thought, okay, I'll put Vicky in there. Oh, really? Oh, no. I was hoping it wouldn't buffer. Oh, all I do is talk too. I've got to get on these, spraying these papers. But, Peyton, Tommy, is Peyton on the computer? There's no ice.
I think all ice is outside, Mom.
There's no ice outside. Excuse me, just a minute. See if Peyton is on the computer.
Randy's not on the computer, Mom.
Is he on your phone?
He's playing on my phone.
Well, tell him to get off of your phone and turn the Wi-Fi off. And to turn my computer off, if it's on. He's on the phone. That's why we're buffering. And go tell Peyton to get off the phone and turn. Yes, he's on Tom's phone.
Why?
Because. Oh, honey, I talk all the time. That's my problem. So, we're going to do some painty papers this morning. Maybe make some flowers. Okay, girls, I'm going to turn you down. It looks like a lot of people have plans today, so I won't try. I'll try not to keep you too long, but I want to turn this down and.
You turn it down and I'll hold it.
Okay, can you see my paper here? Okay, and am I buffering real bad?
My finger bit.
Thank you, Vicky. Is this buffering real bad with my ear?
Gigi, I don't
Can you see it all right?
Gigi, I can't sit nowhere in front of
Drink
it.
my root beer without ice and all.
Okay. All right.
Oh my
So it's
God.
not buffering? Okay. Because I don't know how close I can get it without us buffering real bad. But anyway, I'm going to start with this purple spray right here. Okay, Joy. Come back. Maybe we'll still be here after your exercise. We're going to spray a little of this purple on.
Yeah.
Okay, honey. Tom just, hold on, girls. Tom just had a seizure.
I will be with you.
I know.
Hey, everybody. Tom just had a seizure. I don't mind my mouth. I don't mind mouth. It's weird, but I was thinking I'll be right back, guys. Tell him. Here's the brush. But you can see how it brush. Now it's done. Okay. Gigi, this spray paint looks like a dose. Look, it's doing this. Hey, that looks like me. Hey, looks like me. What? What did you?
Wi-Fi now. You know I'm upstairs online. Turn off the Wi-Fi. If my computer's on, turn it off. And then I need some help with this. Please. You know not to go on when I'm online. Where are you going? He just had a seizure in the floor. I'd like for you to help me with him. Please? I'm not putting my own today, but I don't know what else to do. I'm gonna have to go forward because it's wet back in. I think that's how I felt. Okay. Just go in here and sit down. I'll take your drink here. Okay. Okay, I'm back. Record heat likely today, along with a few storms. That's good to come and see. Oh, and thank you, honey. I'm out of breath, so I'm going to just sit here a minute. Hi, Ray. I just got back upstairs. Tom had a little seizure. It wasn't a real bad one, thankfully. He was able to get up on his own. It took a while. And so, hi, Kim Marie. I'm glad you come in. Hi, Anita. Yeah, it always makes me out of breath. I was, it scares me because he fell in on the tile. Worst thing I ever done was put tile in my house. I wish I'd just stayed with the old linoleum that we had before. At least it wasn't quite so hard. So, well, hi, Anastasia's. I love that name, Hole in the Holler. And that sounds like my kind of crafting, honey. Okay, Kimmery, I understand, honey. It's, yeah, it may be one of those mornings. It may be one of those mornings. Ooh. I'm going to slide over here in front of the fan just a minute. Oh. Okay. That cooled me off a little bit. Now a little shot of coffee and we'll go playing. And Tom's fine. He come out of it real well. Oh, Jane, you got to work today on Memorial Day? I hope you're getting paid good for it. Uh-oh, we're fuzzed. There we go. Let's focus back in there. I will, honey. And I'm sorry for the delay. This is one of those things that happens in my life, and I just have to deal with it. So, I will, I'll be here again. As long as y'all keep coming, I'll keep on doing. So, anyway, I think our purple is just about dry. So we may not get a big we're going to try a little green on it. That's a little pink. A couple of little spots of blue here and there. It gets pretty fast. And then one of the things you can do is you can fold it together and kind of spread that out. And then fold it back and it pattern. Are you seeing it okay? Let me put the camera down just a little bit more. I just folded it up and it made lines and crinkles across it and brought a lot of the alcohol to the center. My purple was pretty well set up. And I wish it hadn't have, but it did. So I'm going to spray just right there and give it a little more purple because I think the purple would be pretty in the flowers. Get that pink a little more concentrated right in there. Yeah. I haven't planned this out too well. Let me get something to put it on to dry. I have a box right here. I will lay it down on a box. And then we're going to dip up some of that. Oh, don't do that. Oh, some of the ink run. Okay. I'm going to take a page. Maybe this in with my stenciling. And just lay it right in there. And we'll see if we can't gather that up. Gather up this spray. Okay. Try one just using markers. I'm going to get out some markers here and just make some doodles, if these will even work. But don't throw them away even if they don't work, girls. These are the ones you put in your inks. There's lots of pigment left in them. Okay, we'll try this one. Put some squiggles on it. I'm trying all my oranges. Ah, there we go. Now we got some color. Let's see. Just a... That's a white. Oh, hallelujah. I have a white one. Oh, I didn't know that. Now it's some brown. Mine's about gone too. I even have my old fabric markers. Woo! There's another one ready for the pot. Mine's supposed to have been, well, it's kind of a yellowish orange. Yes, a lot of these are colors that I have already mixed up that I'm going to take this pink spray right here and spray over it. It's got my alcohol in it. Spray it real hard so it's good and wet. See it start to smooth out, to come out. Okay. Now I'm going to put it together. And I'm going to spread it out. I saw Shannon. Oop, I've got you on my mat. I might ought to pull you out from underneath my mat here real quick so you don't do that again. I saw Shannon Green doing this, and I loved the effect. There's some doodles on that now. That ought to make some pretty flower petals. And girl, she made 5 petals on her flowers, and I was right the first time when I started to do trying to keep my hand in the focus. When she folded, she did fold down and fold a square or oblong piece first, and I just folded a triangle. So I come out with a 6 petal. She has a 5. I thought that was strange. But it was kind of interesting. I'm going to take a little of this glitter shadow, if I can get it to come out. We're going to sprinkle a little of that on it. Then I'm going to spray it again. So maybe those pigments will run. I'm going to have to refill this bottle. And then turn it back up. Spread it out. Yeah, didn't do much that way. Didn't do much that way. I do have some glitter, but I don't know if I want to try and cut glitter, so I'm not going to yet. May put some in the... But now let's use our sprays and put a little more color in it. Woo! Sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I'm going to call that one done. Moved over a little.
Hey.
Hey. I need something else over there. See that sheet? We need that sheet down so I can put these papers on it.
Where is it? Which color is it?
Down in the pink basket. In the pink basket, the purple one. Can you pull it out and unfold it just a little bit? That right there, the purple, or even that will work. Okay, just unfold it a little bit right out there where you were standing. We're putting down a cloth for our... Here, sister. You're right, yes, just straight down. Just straight down. Keep it folded. Okay, see this paper? It's got to go over there and dry.
Okay.
Okay. It was okay that it had to go dry. She was ready to go back downstairs. That was too much like work. Okay. I've got my board upside down. I've got the... And this ink's not wanting to come off of it any too great. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. Somebody get that in some happy mail. All right. Let's try to make one. And I'm going to go on with the way I made mine. I think I can reverse now, but I think I'm going to go on with the way I made mine. I kind of like cut this in, or close to being completely, but close. And okay, now I'm going to fold it up like this. And we'll make a square.
No, I'm sitting.
Shh, don't be fussing. Okay. Good. And Vicki, if you get tired, you don't worry about it, honey. You just go and we'll be fine. Because I understand that it's really late for you. I'm going to make some flowers out of these papers.
Which kind of flowers?
Okay, and I'm going to show you how I folded mine. This is not exactly how Shannon done hers, but I'm going to do mine this way. I'm going to fold them in a triangle. Okay, you see that?
I'm
I'm going to put the point down, the fold at the top. Up here. I've got ink everywhere.
That feels weird right there. And no ink is getting on it.
1/3 of the way down from the point. Am I on camera? And we'll fold it. Then we're going to take this one and we're going to come right up and fold it straight across.
That's how you almost.
We're going to line it up at the bottom so that we have a good point at the bottom and come straight across.
That's how you make a flower.
Then I'm going to take it and fold it in on itself. Good morning, Carla. We're going to fold it in on itself, and this is the folded edge, and we just folded it half in two. Okay, and then I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut off the excess, and we have to go down here and find that point and cut right across it. Okay, so now we've got this piece. Now to cut our flowers, we're going to turn the folded edge. This folded edge, we're going to turn it towards us.
Can I use these?
Yes, you can.
But
And we're going to go up about 1/2 inch, and we're going to make a petal shape. Now I'm going to try to come down so you can see me cutting it, and I'm going to go out a little bit and then come in, and I'm going to cut a petal.
That is sticking on me.
There's my petal shape. And then we're going to open it up. And open it up again. And open it up again. And there's our flower. Okay, I'll do it again, honey. I'll do it again. But there's our flower. Here's one of the bottoms.
Yeah,
Okay. Here's another one.
This flower.
Okay. We're gonna fold from the bottom corner. We're gonna fold straight up and make a square. Okay.
Okay.
The fold is on the bottom. This is where I threw you off, I'm sure. Yes, mine are 6 petal. The fold is on the bottom. Point at the top. We're going to bring this side over. Bring it 1/3 of the way down.
Oh, this.
And crease. Okay. So it looks like that. Now I took the right hand side and folded it over. Now I'm going to take the left hand side and I'm going to line it up at the bottom and fold it over just on itself and line it up with the edge and crease it down. So it's lined up with my folded edge. Okay?
Okay.
Are you with me?
Yeah.
I think they can see me all right, honey. I hope that they can see me all right. Okay. Then we're going to take this piece. Don't get into the cord. You're moving my phone. Okay. We're going to fold this half into right on itself. And I folded it so that to the outside, see my pieces are here. This is my fold. I'm folding that fold over. And I'm creasing it down. And you have a piece that looks like this. We're not going to start that today.
Okay.
Okay. Are y'all there yet? I want you to get it. Now, do you want me to show you how I folded it one more time? I can unfold it and show you. Okay, here's our original piece that we folded to start a square. We fold this over to about 1/3 of the way down. And then we're going to take this edge and we're going to fold it over even with this edge over here so that it's straight. It's lined up straight. Anita, you're having a meltdown? Because there's just like 3 folds. And then we're going to fold the whole thing in on its and straighten it up so that we've got a sharp tip on one end and little pointies on the other. What do you need, Anita? You want to see it again? Let me finish this one and I'll do it again because we're going to make this a 3-petal flower. So I'm going to go down even with this lowest piece. I'm going to cut it right there. Cut those off. And then I'm going to put my folded side towards me. My open side is going to be towards me. And I'm going to come up about and I just went. Don't. But anyway, yeah, Annabelle was having a meltdown. I'm going to cut that petal shape. Just like that. And then we're going to open it up. I can get my fingers to work. Okay, open up, open up, open up, flowers. Come on. Come, well, there they go. And there we go. And we have 6 petals. So those two will go together. Like that. And I'm going to put a little dot of glue right there to hold that just for a second so that I can work with the next one because I am in the fan. Okay. Now I'm going to make another one with this smaller piece. And we're going to, let's see, I want to go with the green side, I think. We're going to fold it up. And make her square. You could make these with any kind of paper. It doesn't have to be deli paper. I just had this deli paper and I'd never done anything with it, so I wanted to try it. So now we are point at the top. We're going to take the right hand side and fold it 1/3 of the way down and crease it. Be careful of that cord, baby, please.
I don't like it down here.
Well, I really don't like you in it either. That's why that chair was moved. Okay? Just leave it up here. All right. Now, we're going to take this side, the left-hand side, and we're going to fold it right over across the other one, make a point at the bottom, and pull it down. Yeah. And then from here, this is our last fold. You just fold it in half.
And you cut that in.
And there's your, where you cut it. You don't have to cut it there, but, you know, you can just cut it out. I think it gives me some place to go and gives Annabelle some pretty papers to play with.
No,
So,
to cut with and make it for Taffy.
you make it for Kathy
With her fairy house.
with her fairy house. Kathy, that's going to go on your fairy house.
Her's not on here yet.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. Okay, and now I'm going to make my petal shape. I kind of got a little bit of a point in that I didn't like. So, anyway, there's my petal shape. Just half of a petal. And then you open it up. And you unfold it again. And unfold it again. And there's our 6-pointed. And I don't know how I got a 6. Just because I folded it different, but I got a 6. So that's going to go right on top of that one. And then I'm going to make one just a little smaller to be the center. Okay, honey. So we're going to put a little dot of glue on that. Right in this center.
I have to use big stuff
and line it up. Kind of going in between, you know, in between the petals. Okay, get some glue on there, Mary. Maybe.
Look at that! Can you use that, Gigi?
Huh?
That looks like pokey spines.
It's like pokey-fied.
Big.
Like pokey-fied?
Yeah, but it looks like a baby bracelet.
Okay, now I'm going to make one more. I'm going to make it a little bit smaller because I want a smaller center, and I may have to trim it off a little bit, but I'm going to make it a little bit smaller yet. I'm going to cut this down to make a square. And fold it to the 1/3 down. And then fold this one over to this side. I don't know if I'm in frame. Holler at me if I'm not, girls. Got a little bit of a roll there on that one.
Yeah, right there.
Which I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But I'm going to fix that right there. Okay. Now, fold it across there. And fold it in half. Yes. Cut it across there. Okay. Now I'm going to come down. This one I'm going to shorten just a little bit because I really want it shorter and I don't like that. And that's going to be our third and final petal. Annabelle, do not hit the phone, please, the cord. Okay, Annabelle keeps moving me just slightly.
Did you please did that for me?
Get what for you?
That.
The fairy box?
Yeah.
Yes, but you can't do it here. You have to do it over there, and then you can bring it here to show them, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Move your chair back over there so you have some place to sit. Up, and your papers went off in the floor. She's going to work on Kathy's fairy house. And she's got lots of fairy wings here that I've cut. They're going to be pretty on there. Okay, I'm going to open up my final one, and I've got four sets now on it. But that's okay. That last one didn't come out as small as I wanted it. And there's my fourth one.
Okay, where's the glue for me?
And
Where's the glue for me? Thank you.
you're welcome. Okay, and then I'm going to put another little drop of glue right here. This glue's not going to hold them. But then I'm going to pick it up and show you what we've created. There's the flower.
They can look like a bucket.
I absolutely love them. I love the transparency of them and how pretty it looks. And of course, my center is going to have to look different than Kathy's because she had those melted beads, and I'm not going to try that because my lungs are too bad. So I'm going to permanently glue these together. Well, they're stuck pretty good. Anastasia, I'm glad you're back, honey. Let's see. I need some. I laid out some jewels. What did I do with them? I laid out some pretties. Yes, it is.
I didn't do it very much.
I really like them. It's just fun, and it's fun. It's fun to see what you come up with on that paper. I'm wanting to do our scribble one, see how it looks. And okay, I've got a little bit. I've got a little bit of a glue that stopped completely up because there's no tip on it. I guarantee you that.
That one looks beautiful.
And I'm going to put a little glue on the back of this, and this glue is the art glitter glue, and it dries clear. And I'm going to put that right in the center
Wait, did that?
and hold it down.
Did I find that for?
So is it probably because my hand wasn't down here, honey? And I'm telling you that this is my phone, and I really don't know what to do about it. This buffering and this crap that's going on with it. Until I get some money ahead, I'm not going to be able to buy a camera. Although I've heard several people say that the cheapest camera works just as well as the more expensive one. So, you know, as far as I'm concerned, that's what'll happen because I can't do anything else. But right now, this is what I've got. So I'm sorry about the buffering and the autofocus and everything that's going on with it. At this stage, you can doodle on these, or before you get them together, you can doodle and make different designs on them. You can put dots on them. You can, you know, I've got gold on these, and I could go in here and, you know, do some little gold highlighting around it if I wanted to.
I'm all done, but I'm not
You know,
done
give
yet.
them that little gathered flower or petal look. This one is not quite lined up right. And
You have to show it
okay.
everywhere.
But anyway, you can do that. You can doodle on them with whatever colors you have. You can put some white. White would be really pretty. I don't have a white that's not dry. I don't think. Nope. That's dry as a bone. But it will go in my ink base when I want to lighten it. Let's get one of my glitter pens here. And, you know, we can just make some dots around it. On the bottom layer. Well, like I said, when I watched Shannon do this, I watched her Mod Podge these to a book back. And they were beautiful. Yeah, that storm is something else. I'm praying for everybody out there in Florida. They're going to get a big hit, and then it's going to come right on up. Well, not only Florida, but Louisiana, or help me, Georgia, and all the southern states, and it's going to come right on up to the East Coast again. tell you what, I'm ready for this stuff to stop. Oh, it's just because I'm just trying to dot with it instead of write with it. Instead of draw with it. But this is not the best dotting pen in the world. Never has been. But I kind of like the dots on them. I think it gives it a little something. I might just keep going with that. We'll see how it looks. Especially on that light one right there. I've got 2 light petals. You can see the light coming in on that flower. Yes, I can imagine. Has it grown stronger since I went to bed last night? Come on. Focus in. Come on. Focus. Hello, I'm here. It's not wanting to focus real. Okay, I can make another one if you just came in. This is our first one. It may be my phone completely out. I may have to turn it up to my face. It's my, am I real fuzzy, girls? There it focused. Took it long enough. I've got more paper we're going to do this with. Okay, honey. Well, see, mine shut off a while ago. I'm going to be safe, but it's supposed to be 90 degrees here today, so that's going to be hot. There'll not be any going out and playing. Nor any crafting, because I can't stand it in this upstairs at that heat. Yeah. Okay, I will make another one, honey. Let me get this finished up right here. I just like a few petals, and I will make another one. We've got another painty paper already done. But if you haven't seen that, this is deli paper I'm working on. And okay, I'm going to put this aside right here. I've got a couple more petals, but I see some that I missed. But you get the idea that you can just put this in, do it any way you want to. Just do it however you want to. And it's such a lightweight thing. I'm going to make some more in regular paper, and I don't have it glued together. I've just got it barely stuck. But this is such lightweight paper that it's kind of hard to get it to set. But I think it's so pretty. Okay, we're going to get our
that looks
right
beautiful.
here.
Where's the bitty do not look beautiful?
I'm going to put it down. This is one we made this morning. This is our first one we sprayed. And I'm going to take my paint pen because I really like the gold running through it. And I'm going to start up here in this corner, and I'm just going to make some squiggles across here. And then I'm going to just loop in here and do it again. Kind of in between them.
paint is burning my eyes. I have to go downstairs.
All right, you just go downstairs. I'll be down in a little while.
Nope, I'm not.
And I'm just going everywhere with this and these squiggles, which doesn't look the greatest on the paper, but wait till we cut it up. And this is a paint pen.
Paint pen? That do not look like a paint
And I bought it at the dollar store, the Dollar General. And it's really been good. Okay, there's our gold paper.
Ooh,
All of our squiggles.
why's that hair on me?
Okay. I think everybody's internet is bad today. This is else.
What's wrong with the camera?
I'm going to turn this up and see if it'll focus it on my face. There we go. Is that better?
Yep, that is
Much better, isn't it? Okay, I'll just hold this up in the air and y'all can see what I'm doing. That irritates me so bad. Okay. Sister, honey. Okay. Here we go. First thing we're going to do is make a square. And I cut this a little over half. Yes, I did, Kathy. So we're just making a square, and you know how to do that. You know, fold the triangle over. And then I'm just going to cut that off into my square shape.
Thank you.
Okay, and I'm going to leave the top is my point. And I'm going to take the right-hand side of this paper, and I'm going to come across, and I'm going to go about 1/3 of the way down with my point. You see that? That was my right-hand side. And I'm going to crease it down. And it's about 1/3 of the way down. Maybe a little over, but, you know, it's close enough.
Flower.
Bye, Anastasia, honey. I'm sorry about the buffering and the problems. Hopefully I can get it fixed one of these days, and YouTube will put back an editor program. Okay, now I'm going to take this side, and I'm going to fold it right next to it. Come right along the edge of that over to this other side. Thank you, honey. You come back again. Whoops. Okay, see, I'm a little bit farther down than I ought to be, so I'm going to come up and readjust that. You can tell because it'll fold this paper. I hope not. I hope not. Okay, now I'm going to come across, and it's going to fold right to the side. So I was a little off. Now I'm going to fold this side again, the right-hand side. You fold right, left, and then right. I'm going to fold it in
Right, left.
and straighten up the side and make a sharp point.
Left.
It's just 3 folds,
Right, left.
all in a triangle.
Right, right.
This
left.
is your piece,
Right, left,
okay?
left.
So, what I did was, I'll open it up and we'll do it again. I'm going to go across with the right-hand side to about 1/3 of the way down. And then I'm going to go to the right with the left-hand side and even it up with this side as much as possible, so that it looks like a tulip. And then I'm going to fold that tulip right in half, like that. So you've got one folded side and one open side. And we're ready to cut. We're going to cut on the open side. We're going to go up. Get my paper off my arm. Okay, I'm going to go up about, a 1/2 inch, maybe 1/4 inch to start my cut. Somewhere about right in here. Just, can you see the ends of my scissors? Somewhere about right in here, we're going to start cutting. And that's so we have a big enough center to do it. And then I'm going to come up and over and make a petal shape. And I'm going to have to redo that because I didn't cut off my papers. So I'm going to make that petal shape a little bit smaller so that I get a true petal. I forgot to trim the top. I trimmed the top. So, and then you unfold it. Just fold it out. And you have a 6-petal flower. So, that's all there is to it. It's just 3 folds. And I'll get the other side out. And then I'll make another square and we'll do it again. Because I want, I've got 4 on this other one. And I like it. But you can do 3, you can do 4, you can do... Well, this is not my idea. I seen Shannon Green doing this. And thank you, Shannon, for the video because it was awesome. But when I tried to do this, I folded mine slightly different, not meaning to. She has a 5-petaled flower, and I have a 6. I don't know. I do know what I've done. I folded mine on the triangle, and she folded it from, she took hers apart like this, just opened them up. So if you want a 5-petaled flower, you fold them in half this way, and line them up. And then you take this bottom point and go 1/3 of the way up here. 1/3 of the way up here with that square. And then you fold this in. And then you fold this in. And you get a 5-petaled one. And it's still just 3 cuts. So it's really cool. Yeah, this is really, it's really simple because all we're going to do is go in the triangle. And I just left out that one step. I couldn't remember it. You know, of course I was trying to do it without seeing it again. And I only watched it once. And unless I do it with them, I don't get it done. So we're going to go about 1/3 of the way down. Crease it. We're going to bring the left-hand side over to and even up with this edge. Okay, I'm going to even that left-hand side up with this edge, and you can tell if you've gone too far, if you're not lined up just exactly right, because this petal will curl. So we're going to pull it back and come a little bit farther up. Okay, so now I've come a little bit farther up, and when I fold this one, it's going to fold over without creasing this petal. So now we have a tulip shape. Okay, then I'm going to fold it in half on this folded side that we've been folding on. I'm going to fold it into each other and put those points together. So we have this kind of shape. Okay, and I'm going to cut across here, just slightly down. That cuts off all the smaller points. Or it's supposed to. Right there's a little one, but I'm going to bypass that anyway. And I just make a cone shape. But you want to make sure that you're cutting off. Okay, honey. You want to make sure that this folded side is towards you, because that's where you're going to start cutting. And you're going to come up about 1/4 of an inch and just cut a petal shape up to the top. It'll look something like that. You can make them look any way you want. You can round them off. You can do whatever you want. I like a little point on my flowers. I think it gives them extra dimension. And then you fold it out. And then you fold it out again. If I can get a hold of it. My fingers don't want to work this morning. And there's our 6-petaled flower. And then you just glue it on top of the other one. And this is what you'll get. If I can get it up there and hold it up. And like I said, this is on deli paper, but you can make them out of anything. You can make them out of book paper. You can make them out of cardstock. You can make them out of anything, really, because it's just an origami fold. And a simple one at that. So I'm going to glue these two together. Right there in the center, and put this down on it where I want it. Oh, yeah. See that? I made that mistake too. That gives you petals, but it doesn't give you whole petals. Hi, Patricia. How are you, darling? I loved your little video I watched yesterday. I wanted to try the toilet paper journals. I think those are so cute. And I have a passel of kids that would love those. You know, I've even got boys that are like my little Carson he's 5, but he's all into superheroes. And he would love that. Okay, honey. Okay, I hope you get it. I hope you make it. Just remember, it's right, left, right. Okay? You're going to fold it 3 times. You're going to start on the right, do the left, and then go back to the right and fold it in half, and then cut from the open side. That's all it takes. And so I'm going to make one more to go on my flower. I'm going to go down about that 1/3 of the way and come across. And fold it again. Hi, Sonia. Wow, what a good job. Good job. And then we're going to cut that petal shape. And again, I didn't cut off my petals. So I hope I have them right. No, I don't. Ah. Okay, so we're going to come in here and cut them. Don't forget about cutting off that top. I don't know why. So these are a little more rounded because I messed them up. Yeah, I'm just going to go in here and put a little point on that one. And we're going to pretend like that didn't happen. And put a little point on that one. You know, nothing's perfect. Hi, Gail. And now went from a pointed flower to a rounded top flower, but I'm going to glue it together anyway. But this looks bigger than this one. I believe it might be. Maybe I can fold that again and cut it again. We're going to try. We're going to try. Okay, now that's got to be folded. That folds over this way. It's across it. We're going to fold that again. I can make this work. I know I can. It may not look like a flower, but I'm going to try to make it work. Well, I know, honey. I haven't finished my cuppa yet. I'll bring a big one up, but I rarely drink it. Okay, let's see if I mess this up or not. I may come up with loose petals. If I can even get it to open. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Come on. Come out of there. Woo! I did it. I've got one short petal, but I did it. Okay, I'm gluing that down. I'm not trying that again. Okay, and I need a jewel for the center of that one. And as for you new ones that just came in, this was the last one we made. And I'll try to come up so you can see the detail. This was the first one we made. And this is my second one. It's not quite as big, but this is my second one. But my layers are a little bit better in size. And you don't have to put jewels in them. I have some here I'm using, but I'm about to run out of the ones that I would think would go good in these big flowers. So I'll probably go to some buttons or something like that. So I'm going to put that jewel in that one, glue it down, and there's our pretty flower. So, yes, it is pretty. So, girls, if you want me to, I'll make another one for you the ones that just came in. I have another piece of paper down here. This is my scrap. And we done some other painted papers this morning. This is one that we just doodled on with markers. And then I sprayed it with some alcohol ink. You can spray it with just plain alcohol. Folded it in half and let the alcohol inks just blend. And so, you know, as you can see, some of them didn't, some of them did. It's just, you know, it's just a pretty paper. And this one, actually, girls, my glitter stuff worked. That glitter worked. You can see it shining on it. In fact, it's coming off of it. It's all over my hands. So, anyway, I'm going to... oh, and that reminds me, I've got this glittered one over here. Let's do this one. And see how it does. This looks like before I go downstairs. Okay, no leaning. You can lean backwards. Oh, thank you, honey. That was my mother's. 7848. I have no clue who that is. My mother gave this to me. She wanted me and my sister. This was her anniversary ring. And she wanted me and my sister to take it in and take all the stones out and divide the stones. And I refused to do it. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And my sister had already been given her engagement ring, and she said, Mommy, you give me your wedding set. That should be Mary's. And I was thrilled that she thought that. And so anyway, and I just refused to do it. It's too pretty, and that's what I said. My husband and I had to divorce when he got sick. We were losing everything we had. So I got a divorce from him, and he got an increase in his VA, and he lived with me until 2 months before he died. And I said, I cannot stand it. I can't stand it any longer. So we got remarried again. So this was my original wedding band. And then we used this one as my second. And I still wear it. I love it. And it's just become a part of me. And I still wear it. And, you know, it was my mama's, so it's special. And the funny part about it is, girls, when she got real sick, you're moving my phone, son. If you want to be on camera, come around over here.
No, I'm not coming.
She gave me this ring in the hospital. And she said, Mary, I want you to have my ring. She said, I want you to take it now. And I said, Mama, are you sure? And she said, yes, I want you to take my ring. I said, okay. So I took her ring, and it was too small for my finger at that time. So I took it because she had lost a lot of weight, being so sick. So I put it in my pocket, or in my pocket, my purse, in the pocket. And I just left it there. And I went to see her. Handsome Peyton is sitting on the other side of the table. I told him to get over here in the camera, but he's not doing it. Anyway, I went the next day to see her, and she said, Mary, do you have my ring? And I said, yes, I do. And she said, well, I'm not quite done with it yet. And I said, okay. And I give it back to her. But I thought it was so cute, because she said, I'm just not quite done with that yet. She said, I'm glad you got it with you because I want it back. I said, okay. So then, my dad gave it to me when she died. And she died 1 month before my husband died. So, but, we got married at Thanksgiving, and he died in February. The 1st of February. Last January, actually. Anyway, I didn't even explain how I was folding this. Okay. See, I got off on a tangent. Hi, Peyton.
It's okay.
Come
No.
over here.
No.
Okay. All right. Oh, yeah, honey, that was only half of it. Yeah, it was a hard couple of years. I lost my mother, my husband, my brother-in-law, my sister-in-law, and my brother, all within, and my dad, within 3 years. In 3 years. My sister-in-law and my brother died
I got a phone.
about 12 months, 12 hours apart.
Move.
Yeah,
Move.
12 hours. It was a rough few years. Yeah.
Hey,
So it's just crazy, you know. But life throws you those curves, and you know, you just have to keep going. It don't make any difference whether you like it or not. You have to keep going. It was overwhelming grief. And crafting, I'm serious when I say crafting saved my life. And there's my handsome Peyton right over here online. Yes, indeed.
Gigi, I got a phone.
Bend down, Peyton, so they can see you.
I'm right here.
Well, you're too low down there.
I'm tiny.
You're too low down
No,
there.
you told me to kneel
Lean
down.
over here. See? Isn't he gorgeous?
I painted. Here's Annabelle.
And there's Annabelle.
And Annabelle's like, I'm out.
I'll have these kids all summer.
Okay, fine. You want to go to camera?
He is cute.
Can you be that way?
All right, and here's Annabelle. She has to get in. Oh, And she's getting heavy to pick up.
You want to call somebody on your
Sue
phone?
said she'd been looking for you, Peyton. And so, we're trying to get Peyton to join, and I want to get him to join the flock
Gigi,
so
this
that
is
him
my
and
phone.
Caden can maybe craft
But
together
Mom
or
don't have his
exchange
phone yet.
packages together. But
I
Caden
can
has
watch YouTube on
done a lot more crafting than Peyton has. So he really needs to set up here with his granny and learn how to make painty papers and things like that. And I just now got the stuff to do it, and I darn sure don't have a jelly plate. But I think I could use this mat. It's real slick on one side. And I think I could use this mat that I have on the table right now. So, okay, kids. Down so I can make this flower. Okay. Hey, get that out of the camera.
They're showing
Okay.
China.
Now, did I even explain what I was doing?
When you be on.
Hey, get out of that chair and away from my phone. Peyton,
Yeah.
you can come over here if you do not move.
Okay.
Don't move around because you make me pixelate. So anyway, to make this flower, in case you hadn't seen it, you put the point at the top, you fold it over and make a square. You know how you do that. Make a, make the triangle shape. You hold it at the top, and you take the right hand side and you pull it over to about 1/3 of the way down. Just like that. You only make 3 folds is what we're going to do. So that's our first one. So we're going to take the right hand side, fold it over to the left. Then we're going to take this left hand side and fold it right across it to this side and line it up as best you can without making that go bad. Peyton is 9 and Annabelle is 5. And they belong to my granddaughter Lori. So, and now we're going to turn this tulip looking shape, which is not a little bit off, and we're going to fold it in again. See, just like this. We're going to fold it in half, and we're going to make a sharp point down here. That's the center of our flower down there at the bottom. And we're going to pull that up there like that.
Ooh, Pentameter.
Okay.
Ooh.
And now I'm going to go to my lowest side right here.
Pentameter. Now.
And this is where I'm going to cut it off. I'm just going to cut the thing off like that. And make a cone shape. Okay? This is, now we're ready to cut our flower petal. We're going to go about 1/4 of the way up on this side that's open. Don't do the folded side, do the side that open. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So we're going to come up about 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 inch. And we're going to start cutting right there. And we're going to cut our petal shape. We're going to round it out and then back in. Just like that. Just do 1/2 of a petal. And then you open it up. Open it up again. And again. And there is our 6-pointed flower base. And I love that stenciling on there. That gives it some color.
And
Okay, now I'm going to make another one slightly smaller with the gold piece. I'm going to fold this up and make a square. Now Shannon Green is the one I watched, and she does a 5-pointed flower. I made a mistake and folded mine wrong and made a 6-pointed flower, and I liked it, so I'm just keeping it. So this is my flower. Shannon Green has a 5-pointed. I don't, and I'm sure somebody has figured this out a long time ago. That this is not anything new. So anyway, I'm folding the right to the left about 1/3 of the way down. I'm folding the left over the right to this side, and I'm folding it into a shape, and I've left a little bit of a gap there, but I'm not going to worry about it. So now I'm going to fold it in on itself so that all of my folds are on the inside of this paper. Three folds, all on the same side. Now I'm going to cut this off. And this time I left a little point up there, but I'm going to open it up and make sure I'm going to hit it, and I'm not. So I'm going to cut it a little bit straighter across. So there's my cone. I'm going to go up that 1/4 of an inch and make my flower shape. And then I'm going to fold it out. And there's my second layer of my flower. And, you know, they're not always true. See how this is a little bit, you can see it's a little bit off. I don't worry about it. I'm not going to worry about something that small. If people look for that, then they can just find that. That's okay with me. It's a little surprise for them to find that. I am going to give it to them with joy in my heart. Yep, I'm going to make another one because I want a little smaller one now to go in the center. So, and like I said, this is deli paper that I'm playing with. It's because I bought it and didn't do anything with it. I know. But, you know, I'm not going to worry about mistakes. If I wanted something perfect, I'd go get something that was machine made and everything stamped out just exactly the same. You know? So if they don't like them, they can go do that. I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm going to go from the right side to the left, about 1/3 of the way down. Okay. I had to trim a couple of petals. It happens. And then I'm going to go the left side. Oh, this one's going to be really small. I can see it coming. Over. Then I'm going to fold to the inside. Oops, got to get it straight here. Come on, get straight. And you can see how low this point is. So I didn't get that 1/3 of the way down, or it would have been up a little bit. But that's where I'm going to trim it off and make it small. And then I'm going to go on the folded side, and I'm going to cut my shape. Well, give yourself a little more oomph, a little more of a curve before you go to the point, and that'll make them a little fatter. And there's my third piece and my last one. And I'm going to glue it right in that center of that. And this one had been sprayed with a little glitter, so it's got some bling. It has some bling on it. And I don't have... Well, I've got a great big one. I guess that would go in it. It's big and it's pretty, and why not? Okay. And there's my flower. And that's with the glitter spray, and I'll come up a little closer. The glitter spray and some stamping on it in I just think it's pretty pretty. Now, the cool part about this is, if you want to put them in a book and make a tuck, you can Mod Podge this whole thing down flat. You can, the whole three, this is a 4-petaled one. This whole 4 petals could be Mod Podged down. And this one I did a little decorating with some dots and a little gold. This one's just 3 petals, and I haven't done anything to it except just, it is what it is. And thank you. Thank you, honey. It's a lot cooler, except for right here. But I'm telling you that I can do this, and it suits me just fine. It's just wash and go. You know, that's what I love about it. It's just wash and go. Doesn't take but a few minutes to dry, and I don't have to do anything with the blow dryer. I just wash it and comb it, and I'm done. And I do this almost every summer because I just cannot take the heat. And my fan is pointing in the wrong direction because it was blowing all my pretty flowers around today. So it's pointed away from me. I'm telling you, I love it short. I think people with long hair look so beautiful. My sister has long hair, and she pulls it up all summer long because it's so hot. And I said, I don't even know how they take it on the top of their heads, because the top of my head is where I sweat. I start sweating on my head, and then my hair will just be wringing wet. And then I look real pretty. I almost took you outside this morning, girls. I'm telling you. My birds are feeding, and they're singing, and I watched a woman who does the concrete work. I can't think of her name. She does the, you know, the lace concrete and does that kind of stuff. I love to watch her. She's in her 70s or 80s, and her first about her video is she's 70 years old and she's sawing wood. And I do too. I do too, Ray. And I had a hysterectomy done, and that's part of it, and I'm sure, because I never used to. But anyway, I was watching her, and she was out in her garden, and she has bird feeders low to the ground and waters, and she was setting out with her coffee, and those birds were feeding 5 foot of her, not a bit afraid of her. And mine have been like that in the past. They're not so much now because there's not been anybody out there with them. And I missed the start date on the hummingbirds. I've got a couple, but I don't have a lot of hummingbirds this year. So it is shared it up a lot. Glimpse of Amber's hair, and hers is really long. I didn't realize her hair was that long. She got talking about it, and not only that, but it's a beautiful color. She's a redhead. It was just laying over her arm while she was trying to craft. No, it was so pretty. So, girls, I'm about to smother to death up here, so I'm going to go down and get my Tom's make it. And I thank you for coming in, and I'm sorry about the excitement. Like I said, it's just part of my life. Decline. Oh. These people calling me. I have told everybody that I know, that I go online in the morning to please not call, because I go on my phone. There's a girl that's here every day, and she calls on my own and on my time. I said, don't call me between 7 and 12. I may be online that long. Don't call me. And they still call me. Now, if it was a doctor, I'd take the message. But, you know, this is the holiday. Doctors are not going to call. If you get an odd number, it is going to be somebody trying to sell you something. You know, it's not going to be good. So, anyway, girls, I'm going to have to get out of this hot room. And Lori's going to put in my air conditioner for me today. After she gets off work, she said. And either today or tomorrow. And I'm hoping today. So, if I go on tomorrow. I wish I'm going to have to put mine on there. I don't know. I haven't found it yet. But I'm ready to do that. Block all calls. Yes, I really have to have the AC up here. It's just hot. So, anyway, but I wouldn't even try to do this downstairs with the kids. Because when they get wild up here, I can say go down. Because this is my happy place, and it will not be disturbed. I have already made up my mind on that. You know.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
I will find it, Patricia. And
Okay.
shh,
Wait.
shh,
Wait.
because I'm talking.
Why?
I'll tell you. I do. I preach to these kids all the time, honey.
Oh.
Yes, on my cell phone. I am going to find that button and block the calls because that just drives me crazy. And they can leave me a voicemail. I'll call them back. They can send me a text. It doesn't make any sound. I can answer the text. And I know what she's calling for. She's calling to tell me that she's not going to be at work tomorrow because she's been working for a month now. And she's put in about 2 days a week out of 5. So, you know, it's just getting aggravating. Just really getting aggravating. So, anyway, I'm not going to get into that because I could go off on a tangent. I mean, a big one because my house is really getting bad. Especially dust, and I cannot dust. I cannot wet dust. I can't be in it at all. And so, you know, if I, and I can only take it so long. So, anyway, girls, I'm out of here. I'm just sweating up a storm. And I don't want to sweat my jam up too bad. So, we'll have some pajama crafting again tomorrow if I can make it up here. And if I can't, I don't know how I'll let you know because I made a notification that I was going online, but I don't know if I can make a notification that I'm not going to go online. So, I love you too. And I'll see you all later. I love you to death.